Well, this is a bit of a shocker. Right then, gather round everyone because this is big, properly big news in the world of electric cars. You know how Tesla has been king of the EV castle? For ages it felt like they were untouchable, the coolest kid on the block, the one everyone wanted to be. Well, hold on to your hats or your charging cables, because a new name has stormed the European leaderboard, and that name is BYD. Yes, BYD from China. They've actually overtaken Tesla in sales in Europe. This isn't just a little nudge, it's a full-on shoulder barge. Now some of you might be thinking, BYD who? And that's fair enough, they're newer to many of us over here. But trust me, they are making some serious waves. This isn't just about one company beating another for a month. Oh no, this is much more significant. It signals a massive shift in the electric vehicle universe. Like finding out your quiet neighbor has secretly been training for the Olympics, and then watching them win gold. Utterly astonishing. It's a wake-up call, a real game changer for everyone involved. So let's dive in and see how this happened. Alright, let's get down to brass tacks, the numbers. Because numbers, as they say, don't often lie. We're looking at the sales figures for April 2025, fresh off the press, and they paint a startling picture for the European EV market. BYD sold, get this, around 22,500 electric and hybrid vehicles. Tesla, on the other hand, managed about 19,800 units. That's a clear win for BYD. Not by a whisker, but by a decent margin. It's the first time this has happened on such a scale in Europe, a proper changing of the guard, at least for this month. Now what do these numbers actually mean? Well, for BYD it means their European expansion is rocketing. They're not just dipping a toe in the water anymore, they've dived in head first and are swimming like champions. Their market share has jumped significantly. We're talking real percentage points. For Tesla, it's a bit of a dent in their shiny armor. They're still selling a lot of cars, don't get me wrong, but that aura of invincibility, it's taken a knock. A rather significant knock if we're being honest. The EV race just got a whole lot more exciting. So how on earth did BYD pull this off? It wasn't just a case of waking up one morning and selling more cars. No, there's a proper strategy at play here. A clever one. And it's multifaceted, like a well-cut diamond. One of their smartest moves? Offering a mix. They sell pure electric vehicles, of course, the full-fat EV experience, but they also sell a lot of plug-in hybrids, PHEVs. And that, my friends, is a very shrewd tactic indeed. It's about giving people choices, and choices they understand. Why are hybrids so important to their success? Well, not everyone is ready to go full electric just yet. Range anxiety is still a thing for some. Charging infrastructure worries others. Hybrids offer a stepping stone, a gentle introduction. You get some electric-only range for your daily commute, but you've still got that petrol engine for longer trips. Peace of mind. BYD understood this. They saw a gap in the market. While some manufacturers went all in on pure EVs, BYD played it cannily. They're basically saying, we've got a car for you, whatever stage you're at. This approach is about more than just sales figures today. It's about building brand loyalty and customer confidence. Someone buys a BYD hybrid, has a good experience, they get used to plugging in, they like the lower running costs. Now let's talk about something very important, money. Or more specifically, the price of these electric cars, because, let's be honest, EVs have often been a bit pricey. Aspirational, yes, but not always attainable for everyone. Tesla, for all their brilliance, largely focused on the premium end. And that's where BYD has really shaken things up. Their cars are quite simply more affordable. Sometimes, a lot more affordable. This is a massive, massive deal. This focus on affordability opens up electric motoring to a whole new audience. People who perhaps thought an EV was out of their reach. Families, younger drivers, people on a tighter budget. Suddenly they can look at a shiny new electric car and think, yes, I can do that. BYD isn't just selling cars, they're democratizing electric mobility. And that's a powerful thing, it really is. Section 5 BYD star players meet the cars causing a stir. So, what are these BYD cars that are tempting European buyers? It's not just one hero model, it's a whole team. Let's start with the little one, the BYD Seagull. As I mentioned, it's their entry-level champion, a proper city slicker, small, agile, easy to park, and that price? It's designed to be the perfect urban runabout, no frills you don't need, but with the tech that matters. Think of it as the spiritual successor to those brilliant little European city cars of old. But now it's electric, and it's incredibly appealing. Then you've got the BYD Dolphin, a bit bigger, a bit more versatile. This one is a compact hatchback, taking on the likes of the VW ID. 3. It offers more space than the Seagull, a decent range for its class. And it's packed with some really quite surprising features for the money. The interior is funky, modern, and feels well put together. It's another example of BYD hitting that sweet spot. Good car, good tech, good price, a winning formula. It's the kind of car that makes you question paying more for a rival. Section 6. Tesla's speed wobbles. What's up, Elon? Now let's turn our attention to the other side of this equation. Tesla, the company that, for so long, seemed unstoppable. But lately, well, they've hit a few bumps in the road. It's not that they're making bad cars. Far from it. The Model Y is still a massive seller globally. But in Europe, their dominance is clearly being challenged. And there are a few reasons why this might be happening. It's a complex picture. Like trying to assemble flat-pack furniture after a long day. Frustrating and with bits that don't quite seem to fit. One of the main issues, their model lineup is getting a bit familiar. The Model 3 has been around since 2017, the Model Y since 2020. In the fast-moving world of car design, that's quite a while. They've had updates, of course, the Highland Model 3 for instance, but they're not brand new, ground-up models. Meanwhile, competitors like BYD are launching fresh designs constantly. Car buyers love new things, it's human nature, and Tesla's showroom, some might argue, needs a bit more newness. Section 7, the Musk effect genius, or just a bit much? Right. We have to talk about the elephant in the room, or perhaps the billionaire on social media. Elon Musk. He is without a doubt a visionary, a maverick. He dragged the automotive industry kicking and screaming into the electric age. For that, he deserves enormous credit. Truly, Tesla wouldn't exist, wouldn't be what it is without his drive, his ambition, his willingness to take massive risks. He's the face of the company, the brand in many ways him, and for a long time that was a huge asset. But lately things have felt a bit different. Elon's public persona has become increasingly controversial. His pronouncements on X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, his political leanings which he shares very openly. These things can be incredibly polarizing. You either love it or you hate it, and that can directly impact people's buying decisions. Some will be attracted by his anti-establishment vibe. Section 8. Here come the Chinese, a new motoring world order. This BYD story isn't happening in a vacuum. Oh no, it's part of a much bigger picture. A global shift. The rise of Chinese automakers is, frankly, astonishing. For decades, the car world was dominated by Europe, America, Japan, and South Korea. They set the trends, they built the best cars, but that old order is now being seriously challenged, and the challenge is coming loud and clear from China. BYD is at the forefront, but they are not alone, not by a long shot. Think about other Chinese brands making inroads. Geely, for example. They own Volvo and Polestar, remember? Smart. They're learning, absorbing technology, and building their own impressive cars. Then there's NIO, with its battery-swapping tech and premium ambitions. XPeng, pushing hard on autonomous driving features. Great Wall Motors, with its Aura and Way brands. The list goes on, and it's growing all the time. These companies are ambitious, well-funded, and incredibly fast-moving. They are not just making cheap copies anymore. That's an outdated view. These Chinese automakers have some serious advantages. Section 9, the EV Grand Prix, what's around the next bend? So where does all this leave us? What's next in this electrifying race? BYD has taken the lead in Europe for now, a stunning achievement. But can they hold on to that top spot? That's the million-dollar question. The European market is complex, demanding, and incredibly competitive. Maintaining momentum will be a huge challenge. They'll need to keep innovating, keep expanding their service networks, and keep convincing European buyers that their cars are the real deal. It's one thing to arrive, it's another to stay at the summit. Tesla, you can be absolutely sure, will not take this lying down. They are fighters. They disrupted the entire industry, remember? Expect them to respond, and respond strongly. Will we see new models accelerated? A Model 2 perhaps, to fight BYD on price? More aggressive pricing strategies, further software innovations? Elon Musk is unpredictable, but he's also fiercely competitive. This setback might just be the catalyst Tesla needs to refocus, to come back leaner, meaner, and more innovative than ever. Never underestimate a wounded giant. For us, the car buyers, this is all fantastic news, utterly brilliant. Increased competition means more choice, better cars, lower prices.